So I've been nymphing all morning and doing really well with the Euro tactics. But I come to this long flat stretch here that's only about 1.5 to 2 feet deep. It's loaded with trout, but they're really hard to get up on to Euro nymph. And when you toss an indicator in there, they spook like crazy. I know because I tried, and I actually ticked off a few trout who just took off upstream, and I still haven't seen them. So what I did, I put on this 9-foot 5X leader, mono leader for fishing dry flies. On the end of that, I have a tippet ring, and about 3 feet of 6X tippet. On that, I have the size 14 Elk Hair Caddis, and I'm going to drop a probably a pheasant tail about 14-15 inches off the bend of that Elk Hair Caddis. This is why I also carry a lot of patterns in my box that are unweighted, you know, no beads, no extra weight. When you come to situations like this, this is the perfect opportunity to put those flies to use. Let's get started. On the dry. I do keep the dry dropper fairly close. That's about 15 inches, I guess, below there. I think that would be a good depth for here. If I am not getting many strikes, I'll shorten it just a little bit. Oh, there we go. That was on the dropper. Good old pheasant tail. Nice. Baby. Yep. That dropping that nymph just about 12 to 15 inches under your dry fly, and you can pick up a lot of extra fish that are, you know, really keying on the surface, but they're maybe not feeding on the dries. They're taking emergers. Nice. There are basically two ways that I attach a dropper to a dry fly. One can be with an improved clinch knot right from the bend of the hook. This is probably what I do, you know, 90% of the time. But every once in a while, I do find that I'm maybe missing some fish just with the way the fish are taking the fly that particular day. Sometimes it's because that line is right there on the bend of the hook. And as the fish comes up to hit the dry fly, it's feeling that line on its snoot, and that can cause it to change its mind last second. If you find that's happening, try attaching the dropper on the eye of the dry fly, and same thing with the improved clinch knot, and you might find that you pick up a few more fish. When starting out with your dry dropper, after the fly has been treated with floatant, something I like to do is wet the nymph, saturate the nymph. If it's a unweighted nymph, sometimes those first few casts, it'll want to ride on the surface. Try dipping it in the water, squeeze the nymph, and then let it go. And this will just allow that material to suck up that water and get a little waterlogged and drop a little quicker below your dry fly. There we go. See how just adding that dropper, man, you just pick up the fish. All the fish you wouldn't have gotten. In a situation like this that is really hard to do any type of Euro nymphing or anything like that. All right, come here. Okay. There we go. Venerable pheasant tail right in the mouth there. The most important part of choosing the dry fly and nymph combination is really just to have a nymph that's not so heavy that it creates drag on your dry fly. And sometimes you gotta tinker around with that. So if you're getting some drag on your dry fly, you know that you either have to go to a bigger dry fly or you have to go to a smaller nymph. And in this case, since I want to use an Elk Hair Caddis because there are caddis in the air, I'm not going to go to any bigger fly because that's what I want to use. So if I found that my size 12 pheasant tail, for instance, was causing drag, I would drop down to a 14 or 16 and allow that dry fly to float high on the water surface. Another thing I've noticed using a dry dropper, if you're getting a lot of misses on the nymph, try sizing down one size. The fact that you're getting a hit often tells me that it's the right nymph to use in that situation. And if you're still missing them, like if you're using a size 14, try a 16. Here we go. Nice fish. There we go. That was pretty subtle. There we go. There we go. That was nice. Beautiful rise. Oh, there he is. Yes. That was on the dry. Nice. Very nice. Bloop. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little video on a dry dropper, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Also, check us out online, darkskiesflyfishing.com. Thank you.